All right, team, so today we're going to go ahead and do the O2 sensors on my 2006 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Now look at them, you can see that they're pretty much almost brand new on there. My O2 sensors for the upstream are $99 a pop. So I found a cheaper alternative on there, but they're not working correctly. On top of that, there's all this extra slack from them, which shouldn't be like that at all. So went ahead and got the OEM O2 sensors, and then we're going to go ahead and swap these out. Now the reason I'm swapping these out is because I noticed that my car's been running really rough, and O2 sensors go ahead and help with the airflow fuel economy of your vehicle by determining how much air and fuel need to be mixed into the system. So like in my car, I have 2 upstream, and then under those, here's the one downstream here, and then here's the other downstream. So I'm going left to right. There's cylinder 1, 2, 3, and 4. So obviously cylinders 1 and 4 are here on bank 1, and then 2 and 3 are here for bank 2. So we're gonna go ahead and swap these out, get the new ones back in, and then after that, our fuel economy should be clear and good. No misfires or anything like that. So these are the tools that you're gonna end up needing for this. Just a ratchet and the O2 sensor socket. Just right here. Now they do sell a little kit that has other ones on there, but this one's never let me down or anything like that, so I just continue to go ahead and use that. Now it's in my previous video I did O2 sensors on a 2015 Kia Optima. That one only had 2 in the rear. Obviously here it's different, there's 4. This is a single overhead cam, 2.4 liter motor. There are some out there that have 3. So really depends on your vehicle itself. So best thing to do is go online, check the specs, and also go ahead or check your owner's manual. Owner's manual will go ahead and give you a lot of good information about your vehicle, okay? So now let's go ahead and get this job going. But first, a quick explanation on how it works. So the airflow travels through the engine where it meets up with the fuel injector, and the air and the fuel mix together. Once it's mixed together, the inlet valve goes ahead and opens up, allowing the gas to go into the combustion chamber where it's compressed by the piston and ignited by the spark plug. After it's ignited by the spark plug, the exhaust valve opens up and the gas mixture travels through the remainder of the exhaust where it meets up with the upstream O2 sensor. The upstream O2 sensor measures the amount of oxygen compared to outside and lets the ECU know its results. After that, the ECU goes ahead and adjusts the air to fuel ratio and sends that information to the fuel injector. Once that, the gases continue on to the catalytic converter, and then after the catalytic converter, it meets up with the second oxygen sensor, where the second oxygen sensor goes ahead and actually checks the performance of the catalytic converter, sending that information to the ECU before it gets let out by the tailpipe. All right, so here we are on the bank 1 side, following this one here. This is right here. Just go ahead and pull it off of here. Then see there's a little tab right here. Just go ahead, push that. A little hard one-handed, so just give me a second, guys. All right, now that's out. Same thing on the other side. From the O2 sensor, follow the wire. Here it is here. Same thing, slide it off slide it off that mounting. There it is. And there's a tab right there on top. You just push down and pull out. So what I'm going to do again, I'm put you guys down, pull that out, and then we're going to continue. All right, now that's out. So now, go ahead and get our ratchet. With the socket. Or actually, let's go ahead and put it on here so that way I can show you guys exactly how it should go on. So here's the O2 sensor right here. There's a channel right there. Now that's for the wire. So go ahead, slide it on. Make sure it bottoms out there, just like that. And you can see the wire's not in the way. It's caught on the threads. Go ahead and get this on. Just had to move it around, couldn't get enough leverage on it. So then all you do, just crack the bolt. Now they're gonna be tight on there. That's it. There we go, nice and loose. Now you can just untwist it all the way. There it is. Old one. Now, I'm going to be replacing it with the Walker O2 sensor, closest to OEM that I could find. Good reviews on it, so we're going to go ahead and test it out and then see how it works. There's the part number there on top. So let's get it out of the box and get it in. All right, so here's the new one. Now there's already anti-seize already on the threads, so you don't have to put any more. Also, you don't want to go ahead and touch the top portion here, you know, with your oil, the grease coming off of your fingers or anything like that, because that can go ahead and throw incorrect codes or even damage the sensor that's in here. Thing starts reading basically about 600 degrees inside the engine, so you want to make sure that there's nothing obstructing any of those holes or anything that can give it a false reading. So let's go ahead and get it in. As you see, I'm grabbing it here from the bottom, not touching the top. Slide it right in. And tighten. Here we go, hand tight. So you don't want to plug this in just yet into the port, only because we still are going to go ahead and tighten these and then torque them to spec. So you want to go ahead and make sure you wait before you plug all that in. So now we'll go ahead over here to bank 1. Again, we're gonna go ahead and get the socket in. Just like that. Okay. I should have loosened it there. Yep. Let's get this out of the rest of this wire out of the way so we can do it with no problem. There we go. And then it's the same thing as the other side. We'll go ahead and get the other Walker O2 sensor in. and then we'll go ahead and tighten it all up and then torque it to spec. So the torque spec for the O2 sensors on my car range from 26 to 33. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 30, just kind of an even number there. Now you wanna make sure that the torque spec is correct, only because these O2 sensors have crusher washers on them. So you wanna make sure that there's a good seal on them. So we'll go ahead, it's already set to the 33 foot-pounds. Here's one. And I'll go to the other side and do the same exact thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, and then I'll be right back. All right, so now we're just gonna go ahead and put the connections together. So you hear the click, just like that. And then slide it back onto the bracket, just like that. And then you're done. And that's how you replace the upstream O2 sensors on a 2006 Eclipse. All right, team, so now that we did the top, we're gonna come down here to the bottom. And then there are the two O2 sensors right there. It's pretty easy. You can go ahead and lift the car up if you want. I'm not going to. Since it's right here, I can reach it easily and everything. So what we'll do, we'll go up top, disconnect it from the harness, and then start spinning them off. So pretty much, again, all you're gonna really need is the wrench with the tool, and then the torque stick. Now, these are the two that end up getting Bosches for the downstream sensors. They didn't have them in the upstream, so that's why I used the walkers. Here are the two part numbers. So this is for bank 1, here's bank 2. So let's go ahead and get this going. All right, so here we are at the top of the car again. Here's the O2 sensor wire. Just follow it up. There's a connection there. And then, same thing the other side. There's a wire here. Just follow that up. And then there's the other connection right there. So it is just, again, just pushing down the tab there. And then pulling it out. So it's a little difficult with the one hand, but let me see if I can, so there's the tab right here. So you push that, lift it up. All right, so let me go ahead and disconnect it, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and disconnected it. Take that off there. Let it go ahead and just drop down to the bottom, because we're gonna go and do it anyway. Same thing on this side, I already disconnected it there. Just pulling it off the little mounting bracket thing here. Same thing. Just go ahead and drop it. And there we go. Now we go down to the car, to the bottom here. So at this point, it's pretty much the same thing as just the upstreams, just using the tool, taking a wrench to it, and then getting it off. So that's pretty much it, guys.